Hi everyone, Di Parker here, the Good Grief Coach. Today I want to just show you a quick presentation of what we've put together and how Just Ask a Coach will work and how we would like you to come aboard with us as a coach within our network. So what is Just Ask a Coach about? We talked about it over a year ago now, what it was going to look like. And so we've honed in on some of the things that we discussed at the original Zoom. It's about expanding people's understanding of what coach is in a community and how we can help those people that are feeling stuck in their life, in despair, and are crippled with overwhelm, how we can reach in and help them. Then we've got the clients that possibly can't afford your fees. And so the charitable support of the company is that we have a bursary, and I will talk more about that later. So this is the overview of what we're about, and I'll go on to explain a little bit more about that in each section. So this is where you come in and as a coach to join us in this community. We understand as coaches the importance of coaching and the impact it's had on our own lives. Most of us end up coaching because of that. So this is the idea that people will have this place to go and find a coach through the different areas of life that we're covering and engage with you directly through the site. So what is Just Ask a Coach for you as a coach? The opportunity to give back to your community by helping someone who's struggling in life, feeling stuck, or reached that place of overwhelm. Create a safe space for people unfamiliar with coaching to learn and understand your service. Help people, give them life skills, tools, and strategies for going forward, and to find support through our network for other coaches that might be in a field that your client needs that you possibly don't cover. This is what we're about, bringing people and coaches together. The Isle of Man government themselves acknowledge that this needs to happen. The stigma around mental health and the fact that we need to have more conversations at the point where people start to become overwhelmed before they actually do become overwhelmed. What Just Ask a Coach is not, it's not a counselling service, it's not a therapeutic service, it's not a suicide agency or a helpline or a charity. We are here to help coach. Now, I know there's a lot of you in this site that do have therapeutic skills, and that's entirely up to you because this is your client and the way you work with your client. I myself do therapeutic work. So I've got no qualms if that's what happens off of here. It's entirely up to you. You're taking the actual session away from Just Ask a Coach. We are just the ones that are helping you engage in the first place. Who's behind it? Well, Jan Tinsley will be well known to you as an entrepreneur and business coach and my mentor. She has been instrumental in helping me put this together, as has Mario. Mario has helped us create the company and is here for the compliance aspect of this company to make sure everything is above board and running correctly. And of course, there's myself, which most of you know. The company structure is, it's a company limited by guarantee, a non-profit way of working, and all the money that we receive will remain in the company for expenses of the company, such as the annual return and accountancy fees, but mainly and the priority is to support the client. So if you've got a client who can't afford your fees, this will be somewhere you can visit to help have a chat about how we can help you and your client. There'll be a directory covering all the aspects of life, ebooks or PDFs that you've got going. Please do also send them in. We want to move forward to having a short video of you talking about you and your services, but for now, we're just going with this main structure. And you can let us know what category you feel that you would like to be under. Now, it might be that you're on multiples, and that's fine. Just please put in there what you would like to be shown under. So how will this work? You'll be on the website directory under your field of expertise that you've said you want to be in there and have those materials there. You'll receive monthly Zoom meetings for support for you as a coach. I think that's very important that we all support each other. And the site will be marketed locally at this time. You will have your Calendly link there for your chosen times available. You'll agree to speak to those people for about 3/4 of an hour with some powerful coaching. If the client decides to work with you, you make those arrangements with a referral fee back to the pot of 10% of your total fee. That will come into the holding pot and the first appointment only, and it will be capped. So if you have a client of £80, £8 back to the pot. If you have £1,000, £100 back to the pot. If you have £2,000, it is capped. We're capping it at 1,000, so it's just £100. If your client needs some support from the bursary, we will come back to you and have a conversation, and we will then look at everything on a case-by-case point as to who needs to get the help. This company will not hold any client data. So your commitment is that you will show up for the clients that you book, 3/4 of an hour sessions. We're sort of debating how long we should do this. Most people know within 30 minutes. So that bit's entirely up to you. But, if you feel that you can leave space up to 3/4 of an hour, that would be great. That if you haven't already, create your ebook so that we can read about your services and somebody has something tangible to go away with as well. Do your part in sharing Just Ask a Coach with other people, and let them know about it as well. After the initial launch, new coaches will need recommendations to join. So if you know somebody, let's get them in now. Otherwise, somebody can approach you later on and make the application. For members that signing up between the 1st of October and the 1st of January, the fee is going to be £150. Then annually, after you've joined and become a member, it will be £50 a year. After 3 months, it's going up to £200. So anybody that wants to join in January going forward, it will be £200. And obviously part of that is also the fee for the year. £50 once you've become a member will be the annual fee at this time. We'd like you to provide copies of your coaching certificates and insurance that you have. Coaches will be interviewed after the initial invitation. In addition to the annual fee, 10% of your total fee will be placed into the holding pot. I think I covered that in the last little bit. And we will have the opportunity to run workshops, courses, and advertise these things on the Just Ask a Coach platform. So if you've got a workshop coming up, then feel free to mention it there. If you would like any of us to know about it to attend, then share it away. And we would like to work towards doing workshops for the public as well. So we're not just doing workshops within coaching. How will this be marketed? Radio interviews, newspaper articles, social media, and podcasts. The aim is to educate the public what coaching is, what it's not, and where they can find someone to have that all-important conversation. Members can host workshops and appear introduce guest speakers, because that would be something that we would like to do pretty quick when we get going, so that we are giving back to you and supporting you as well as giving back to our community. But that's the main aim, is for us to do something now to give back to our community. Some questions that you might have had is, what if I'm working with a client who needs additional more specialized support? We will give you a list of contacts to refer people to. What if I'm concerned that the client is suicidal? Ask them. Don't be afraid to ask that question. You will get a yes or no response. If no, look to see if there's another coach or service from the list that might suit them best. Ask them what they need, because that's the best question to ask. If yes, give them the support of the numbers or help them make that connection. If they're not in a good place to make that call, just give them that support to make that call. If you are concerned about any of that, I strongly advise you to take up the IELTS Stand Up to Suicide training. You will not regret it. So let's all come together and do something for our community, because it breaks my heart that for the want of a better conversation with someone, that people are left in this feeling of overwhelm, feel unheard. This is something that we can and we must do. These conversations need to be had. These people need to be heard. Let's do our part. I know myself, my life would have been so much harder if I hadn't had my coaching community to reach out to at every step of the way. I know how important it's been for me, and I want to thank you very much for listening. So there we have it. That is Just Ask a Coach. That's what we've put together, and we would love to hear from you and your feedback. If you've got any suggestions or would like more information, then please do email me, Diane@lifeafterlossiom.com for now, please. When we launch on the 1st of October, hopefully we will have the Just Ask a Coach email. But for now, this is just for you because we want to thank you. You came to that first initial Zoom. We would love for you to jump on board with us now and complete the form that I've sent to you. Let's get this happening. Let's make it happen because we need you. Our community needs you. And thank you so much for listening. Take care now. Bye.